What's up YouTube? This is Fortress Striker and I'm coming to you back live to another DBS Tech profile here on the dbstechs.com. If you guys want to go ahead and check out this site, I'll leave the link in the description below and I'll give you the details later on. If you go ahead and check out my previous tech profile of Kale, where I go ahead and mention about it, please guarantee and check that out. So without further ado, I'm here to be talking about what I promised in the last video, and that is the Bardock Grade 8 deck profile. Now this is a little different than the way you want Grade 8 to be. So with this version, I play a little blue version. Basically all your main run is obviously is the Boo, Senzu Beans, and Objections. So a lot of people are going to be questioning, why the fuck am I playing this? That might not be a good idea. Well, I'll admit this. I'll give you this heads up. Because Mecha Frieza is getting errata on May 1st, I went out to go ahead and thought, hey, why not just go ahead, use the new Bardock leader, since we need a better yellow one, since the other Bardock leader is just only good for when he's on the leader side and shit on the awakening side, since he's only there if out of nowhere your opponent does something like in a mirror match or something. But this idea, I just want to go ahead and fast pace the game for myself. And I want to go ahead and use this chance to obliterate my opponent as soon as I can. Well, not really obliterate, but sort of like, have the advantage over, and that way I can play all my best cards here in the game. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay, so that's a little big, but it's fine. First off, let's start with the leader, Bardock, whose effect states that you could choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, switch to the rest mode. And then when your life is 4 or less, you draw 2 cards, flip it over. Simple as that. And then when it awakens, his effect is obviously the same, except you choose a battle card, it doesn't matter the cost, switch to the rest mode, attacks, draw a card. Now, some people might think that's like not a big deal, but it is kind of to me. You want to get rid of like your opponent's worst set of cards that's on the board that can really take you out, like Perfect Cells, Jirins, Raging Blast, Super Saiyan Blue Goku's. I don't know, I just came up with the names because I forgot some of them, but you get the point. You want to get rid of them so that way you can go ahead and annihilate them and do whatever you can to defeat your opponent. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the blues. Before I do, let's just take a mind. Time Patrol Trunks, main key, support. So we'll get that over it. 2 is fine, not a big deal. Because it also depends on the space here, and 3 could have been just a little clogged, and I didn't want to see that. So we'll use 2. So the blues, like I just mentioned, 4 boos, 4 Senzu Beans, 3 objections. Now, the question is basically about why did I pick this amount? Well, originally it was going to be 3 boos and 3 objections, but I have to change it up a bit for a couple cards in this deck. So 4 boos, draw power, even though we do have the Bulma, but we also need at least 1 blue as an energy, so we can use it for Senzu Bean and objection. An extra blue just in case, if like we might want to use Senzu Beans for later on, but it doesn't really matter. And if anything, if 4 boos doesn't count, we could play 4 objections or 3 Senzu Beans, 4 objections. I don't really care. I'm just putting how I think it's going to work, because this deck I'm actually going to be making. I want to do whatever it takes to go ahead and have the chance to be my opponent. So I like this ratio for now, and then if anything I'll change it up next time in the next deck profile. So with that, let's go ahead to the yellows, straight up to the extra cards. 3 Flying Nimbus, good. It's one of the best negates in the game right now. Thank God they finally gave yellow a energy 1 negate, because they didn't do that in the first place, and they were pretty much retarded for doing that. And his effect states also, after you negate, you may get a chance to basically place a card in your hand and just go ahead and straight up prevent your opponent to attack more times. So they're going to attack 1 more time. That's it. Better make it count. Planet Vegeta, 4. Obviously, you don't play 4, you're done. You don't play that amount. I don't know what to say. You're not a yellow player, you're not an 8 player. I don't know what to say. No offense, because I love yellow. And, fields are just ridiculous. So yeah, switch all your grade apes and searches when you activate. As long as it's, and just for the record, because a lot of people may have been getting a lot of confusion lately and been sending this to videos, 4 or less of a Saiyan. So you can't go ahead and grab your King Vegetas, just so you know. Okay? Remember that. That's what this guy is, and we're going to get to that right now. So, obviously we have 4 sugars, one of the very best combo cards in the game. Second, I'm going to go with, because the Android 16 one is just retarded. But basically, this one, a lot of people don't get confused with this, because I did, and it was the same. When you combo this card, you do that 10,000 thing, you don't draw. You just go ahead and play an energy 3 or less yellow. And the main one you want to do is Explosive Spirit Son Goku. And the reason why, because my friends taught me this, and for those who don't know, if you're really into the Great Apes, is that after you combo this as a defensive combo, after you defense combo, you go ahead, play this guy, pop the card that was attacking. Straight up. Wastes your opponent's combos, loses their best card, and the attack is like null and void, all that shit. It's so simple that it's retarded and amazing. It's the reason why this card is worth like about $17, $18, or it was worth like about, when it first came out, like $30. I don't know. I guess they didn't know the combo till later on. It's pretty great. And speaking of which, of course, 4 of these: barrier, block. When you play this card, choose one card, rest mode, KO it, like I said, and then it has the bird fix thing when they're in turn, switch this card to active mode so it can block. Next, we play 4 of the King Vegetas. Great card. Straight up searches for any. This one says 5 or less of a Saiyan and of a grade 8. And then just straight up adds it to your hand. You mainly get this guy, or his son, or this, but depends. Then we got 4 opening Son Goku. Here's my original plan. I was gonna play 3 of these and 3 of the Occupation Frieza, because the Son Goku was my offense, my Occupation Frieza was defense. My friend told me not really a good idea, and you want to go ahead and save it. And basically, plan Vegeta gets you this card, so you can, if you don't have it in your hand, you want to use it immediately, so that way you can decrease your life, so you can awaken to your Bardock. So I'm going with this, and I'm not one to judge. Next, we play 3 Bardock's Will of Irons. This guy does not do much, except for he's a double strike and a blocker. I know people will tell me if you need to play 4, but I feel like 3 is a good ratio for now. And then, like I said, if any changes later on, I'll fix it. I don't really want to play 4, to be frank though. I'm fine with 3. I know that if you combo this, you summon another one and it just probably goes active mode, yada yada. But, you know, like I said, I'm just not really caring for this card much. Prince Vegeta, great card. Looks up, excavates for a grade 8, and then after this, place a card in your hand, drop your shelf your deck. And that's a little downside. Critical blocker, you know, great card. Great card. I'm glad this card's now worth $8. I'm glad I went down. For March of the Great Apes, I was playing 3. Now my friends were telling me you need to play 4, and because you need to see this card fast. So you play 1 in the energy, and then have a couple more in your hand. So that way you can play your 8s just to go ahead and draw 2. So it's really great. And then obviously, finally, I always play 3. The Absolute Defense Great Ape King Vegeta. Again, people are telling me I want to play 4. I like 3. I don't want to see too much, and it's great. Especially you give all my Saiyans bears, and reduce the combo cost of all Saiyan cards in my hand by 1. And I'm just wondering, quick question, so leave this in the comment section so I gotta make sure. So if I have, let's say, like about 2 of these guys here on the board, would this also be in with this permanent effect saying reduces Y1? Let's say I want to go ahead and let's say I summon this guy, for example, and I have 1. He goes. If I have 1 on the board, it's 2 energy. But if I have 2 of them on the board, does that reduce it another energy, and I can summon it by paying 1 cost energy, or not? If not, just let me know. But I feel like it's really great, you know, because remember I'm trying to also learn how the way that I'm gonna make this deck and present it. But I want to make apes. I was so excited because Yellow deserved this. Great Apes are one of the best things ever, and it's Bardock, it's Saiyans, it's one of the best things they ever did in the game. So yes, guys, this was my deck profile. Oh, this is just side deck here. I didn't show you that. I apologize. The side deck's just whatever I hear. So yeah, 2 Mass Saints, 3 Jackos, 4 Backbreezes. It's just ideas. I'm not playing. I'm supposed to play 2, but apparently this side only gives me 1. I don't know. I do not know why. It's weird. I don't know. Well, this is just my sideboard. It's just whatever. You mostly want to focus on this, which is the main deck. So let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this deck. I really want to make this. I want to play this in a tournament. It's really worth it. I mostly have most of the cards, so I can go ahead and just pay less amount. And if one of my friends pull this in the draft box and they give it to me, that's appreciated because they will give it to me, so I don't have to spend like about $12, $10, $8, whatever how much this card's gonna go for, depending on the ratio. Probably might go down because it's whatever, but I don't really care. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Again, answer my questions, and I will get back to you as soon as I can with your comments as well. So with that, I'll leave you to it, and this is Sports Striker, signing off.